So, since I started YouTube, everyone asks me how do I get clients and basically how do I make money with 3D? And actually, before YouTube, a lot of people also ask me how do I make money and how do I make this much money? Why do I have so many cars if I'm only doing 3D? And like, did you even go to school? And I'm like, no. And like, how? How does this work? Very complicated question to answer. That's why I haven't made a video about this yet. Also, when people ask me, I can't really explain. It's a bigger story than just do it now, get rich quick, and it's finished. That's not how easy it is. Like, look at me. I'm doing YouTube. This is part of the whole story. So it's a very, very complex path that I'm following that I don't even know how it works. I'm finding out right now. But I can at least kind of tell you what worked so far. But I'm also in an early stage on my path. So what do I know? So today, I was actually driving to the forest with a friend, and he also was working on a job for me that also came through a friend and connections again, and somehow, and then we were like, how did we even met? And then I realized, oh God, it's a huge story once again. And then I thought, okay, come on, I guess that's how I can make a video about this, because don't expect a video where I'm going to say, go to Fiverr, look for clients, because this is not how it works. It's not that easy. And if you want big money, this is not how it works. It's really just not that easy. And it's probably near to impossible to just be big money through one email, not even after 100 emails. So let me just start. I did ArcViz for 1 to 2 years. So I'm just going to choose one example here because this story applies to almost everything I do nowadays. I was doing ArcViz for 1 or 2 years. And like I said, I have no certificate. I don't know anything about architecture. I know nothing. I'm really the wrong person for the job. But why did I get this job? There was a woman or a friend by now that gave me this job. She has a very successful marketing agency and also does ArcViz. So that's how I got the job. But why would she give me a job like this for money? There's no reason. Because I know or knew or still know her son. And how did I meet her son? We were actually on a car meet, and that's how I met her son. But now, why was I on this car meet? I was on the car meet because I was driving my Mustang around, met another guy in a Mustang, and he told me about this car meet, and that's basically how I met the son and the mom, and that's how the whole story went. And they're like, okay, but I don't have a Mustang. I can't meet Mustang people to then go to the meet and so on. But why did I have the Mustang? Because I was at Volkswagen for 4 or I think even 5 years, making a lot of money, and got multiple cars, including 2 Mustangs, which helped me meet people. And this was no plan, it just happened. And why was I even at Volkswagen making any money? Because before that, I was also freelancing, but I also had an internship where I learned a lot of stuff, like how things work, how to render, how to do 3D. But the joke is, did I know 3D before I started the internship? No, I actually only knew Photoshop and was drawing, and I didn't know anything about Cinema 4D and all this stuff. So why was I using Photoshop in this stuff? I was actually using Photoshop because before that, I had a band, and for this band, we needed flyers, logos, covers, and all this kind of stuff. And I had a shitty laptop, and basically I was using GIMP and designing stuff. So that's how I learned all this 2D art, digital art, all this kind of stuff. And why was I in a band? Because I don't know, probably somewhere in school and music lesson, there was electric guitar, and I was like, oh, let's try it. And suddenly I was playing electric guitar, and I was actually also playing electric bass. And actually before that, I was playing drums, not for a band. Actually, in grade school, I think 5th grade, I was playing in an orchestra. I was playing drums, So that's how probably also even the band came. And why was I even on that school? I don't know, You can track this story back till I was born. So that's how it goes, and nothing was planned. It just happened. And I can also tell you some quick other examples. I'm doing a lot of Instagram filters at the moment, and it was going really well also for very, very big brands. How did this even start? Because I think 2 or 3 years ago, I made the Snapchat filter for Candy Crush, and I knew nothing about filters. But at the time, I was doing AR because VR and everything was new in the automotive industry, so they assumed I probably can also do a filter, and I was also like, I can probably do it. And then I did it, And also this story you can track back. So what am I trying to say here? I'm not trying to discourage you and tell you that it's super complicated, you'll not make it anywhere. What I'm trying to say is push your luck, do things, don't do nothing because then nothing will happen. Just push it. push forward. I'm pushing forward every day. Look, today we talked about some work in the car, and especially sport cars work well because a very, very common question, even at gas stations, especially when I was quite young at the time, people ask me, how can you afford this car? And then quickly I say, I do like 3D stuff and VR, and they're like, oh, interesting. And then they're like, oh, I have a friend, blah, blah, blah. And suddenly, that's how the story begins once again. It repeats and repeats and repeats, and it's always the same, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And now I'm doing YouTube. Also jobs through YouTube came in. YouTube made a few €1,000 already with this amount of subscribers, and everyone asked me how to make money. Like, just look at me, I'm showing you the whole time. Like, I'm doing YouTube. This is one part, and there's a lot of parts. There's so many parts, but I can't tell you just do this. That's not how it works. Just do something. And I can't even tell you that something's wrong or right because I don't even know. It's so random. I can't even explain how I come to this random stuff that I do. I don't know. It just comes. Oh, another good idea. For example, today we were at the water just sitting, just talking. And there was this guy on this foil board, like an e-foil board. And they were like, we can maybe split the money if it like costs €500. Everyone pays €250. And we got this foil board. But then we actually checked online, and the foil board they were using cost €14,000. They were like, how is this so expensive? How are we going to get this foil board? We're probably not going to buy one. So now we're probably going to make a project for them for free to maybe get a foil board. And there you see, and they're going to think we're so crazy. And look, no news story right there. This is my whole life. So I don't know. That's the answer to the question. Of how to get clients. Just do random stuff. Just always do random stuff, and also be happy about this stuff. It has to be fun because I think people see it in your eyes, and then they're like, oh, he really wants to do it. And also never get scared of money. If you really want to do it for free. It will pay off, believe me. Yeah, that's it. No idea if you learned something today. Maybe. Okay. Goodbye.